Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to do favorites. I have actually been saving my favorites for a few months to share with you. This year I decided I was only going to do favorites like every quarter. So I have some really wonderful things to share with you. I have cleansers and I also have treatments. I have sunscreens, I have self tanners. I even have a fragrance to share with you that I think is pretty cool. I am going to do my makeup favorites separately, so be on the lookout for that video. That will be coming in the next week or so also. If you're new here, my name is Penny. I am a master esthetician in Portland, Oregon. I'm super excited you're here. These are some of my most fun videos to make, and I will say I had to really edit down my favorites because when you start saving favorites for 3 months, you really can develop some serious loves, especially when it comes to skincare. Okay, so let's get into it, you guys. First things first, let's talk about cleansers. I am back into doing a double cleanse because I started using Rare Beauty mascara. That's really kind of how this happened. I started using Rare Beauty mascara, which is not tubing. I typically am a tubing mascara kind of person. And with that, you just splash, splash, splash. So I was kind of being lazy and doing a single cleanse at night. Well, once I re-employed a regular old mascara, I kind of needed to do a double cleanse. So I started using the Sulwhasoo. This is the Gentle Cleansing Oil. This is so good, you guys. I love it. You can see how much of it I've used. I use it every single night now. There's something about this one that I think is particularly kind of luxurious because there is a fragrance. So if you are put off by fragrance, then you probably won't like this one. But to me, it's very, very pleasant to use. It gives me a good slip so I can do a nice facial massage at night if I want to, which I often do. But it also just breaks down all of the sunscreen, all of the makeup, and I am able to get rid of that Rare Beauty mascara, which if you have tried that mascara, it is bullet proof, which is one of the reasons I love it. But it also makes it kind of difficult to remove. So I literally get some of this onto my eyelashes and I roll that mascara off, and it helps to just loosen everything up so that I can go on with a second cleanse. It does not strip my skin, but it helps to kind of get everything moving along. It's just a really beautiful first cleanse, and I'm so glad that I picked it up. I bought this at Sephora a few months ago, and the moment I used it the first time, I was like, okay, that's a good one, because it does its job, but it's also really, really pleasant to use, and it's a nice experience. So that is the Sulwhasoo Gentle Cleansing Oil. My second cleanse, or my cleanser, sometimes if I'm only doing a single cleanse in the morning, I just use one. I don't typically use the Sulwhasoo in the morning ever. It has been the Fervor. This is one that I covered in a video quite a while back. This is at Target, you guys, and it is a beautiful cream cleanser. If you ended up picking this one up, let me know in the comments. I think it is one of the best like creamy cleansers I have ever used. Now, Fervor is based off of it's all based off of fermentation. And the idea is that the fermentation makes the active ingredients kind of smaller, and they're able to penetrate better. They're able to work more effectively, all of that stuff. What I know about this one is that it's a perfect second cleanse, which is really nice for a cream cleanser because they're not always my preferred method for second cleanse. A lot of the times I want like a foaming cleanser, or I want something that I feel is going to remove all of that oil from my first cleanse. This one does that, and it does not leave me stripped. It does not leave me too greasy, doesn't leave anything behind. It just leaves my skin really nice, soft, and supple, and prepared for the rest of my skincare. And at night especially, I really do appreciate just that cushiony, soft, non-stripped skin because I do use retinoids at night, and a lot of times I just really want to take good care of my skin at night as far as being kind and gentle to it and prepping it for those actives that can be drying and harsh, and this helps with that a lot. It isn't cheap for being a Target product. It is, I think it's like 4 ounces. Yeah, it's 4 ounces, and I think everything from Fervor is $19. So actually, as things go, this is drugstore, but it's actually not really drugstore prices. Anyway, it's really beautiful, and I will tell you, I've been using the same one for a really, really long time, and I use it all the time. Now I do have lots and lots of cleansers, so I'm not using it every single night, but it is lasting me a lot longer than I kind of thought this 4 ounces would. So that is the Fervor Fermented Black Tea Cleansing Milk. So this is a cleansing milk. It's loose like a lotion. Now the last one in the cleansing realm that I use all the time, I have actually purchased this one and then met and traveled with a friend and gave her mine, and then went and repurchased it myself. I have purchased this over a couple times. This is the E-Rase Milky Micellar Water from Drunk Elephant. You guys, this is so good. This is exactly what it says. It's like it's a milky consistency, but it is like the in between what an essence or toner would be and a lotion would be. So it's kind of a runny lotion, if you will, closer to an essence. What I do with this one is I actually put this one on cotton rounds or my reusable little rounds. I saturate them and I actually use it as a micellar cleanser, especially when I'm just kind of being lazy. I don't have time, to do a full on treatment and I'm just in a hurry. Or sometimes in the morning, if I get up and I just feel like my face needs a little refresh from overnight, doesn't really need to be cleansed, and I just want it to feel freshened up, I will use this. It leaves the skin so nicely hydrated. It is so pretty. It is fragrance free. It has ceramides. It also has it says it has wild melon seed oil. Very, very comforting to the skin. I really like this one. This is one of those products that I really look forward to using. It's so simple, but it definitely just leaves your skin soft. Leaves your skin soft and supple, but clean. It's really beautiful. This is a great launch from Drunk Elephant. Okay, let's move into treatment stuff. Now, first and foremost, let's talk about, I have one eye cream, you guys. I have finished off my Peace Out stick. I actually ended up using that all over the place. I used it, I was testing it on my hand. I was using it under my eyes. I was using it on a couple different spots just to kind of test it out. And to be really honest with you, I didn't see a huge change in any of my hyperpigmentation. The only other thing about that Peace Out stick that was kind of iffy is that sometimes I felt like I needed to have some kind of slip underneath it when I was working under my eyes. So that was a drawback. I think I've mentioned that before, that sometimes it would feel like it was pulling or tugging underneath my eyes. So I was ending up using a moisturizer and then going back in with that Peace Out stick. So I kind of wanted to accelerate my usage of it and move through it. I finished off my Aven eye creams, both of my retinaldehyde eye creams from Aven, a while back actually. And so I was kind of trying to figure out which eye cream I wanted to use at night. Now for me, eye cream at night should have a retinoid in it. So I grabbed my iQuad from Photozyme. This is actually a really beautiful eye cream, you guys. It has in it, of course, the DNA repair enzymes, right? Then it also has retinol in it. It has retinol that is encapsulated, so it's going to help with the stability of the retinol, but it's also going to help with the penetration of the retinol. So this is what the eye cream looks like, and it's just kind of a really lightweight lotion. I use like half a pump, and that is good enough for both eyes. And you can use it under your eye, and you can also use it on your eyelid. But what I love about it is that it has that encapsulated retinol, and then it has the DNA repair enzymes. It has ceramides. It has barrier boosting, ingredients in it, etc. So that has been the eye cream that I have been loving for probably about 5 weeks now. 4 or 5 weeks now I've been using this one. Now, the other thing that I am using at night that is relatively new, or it's new from, the last time that I filmed a PM routine or anything like that, I ran through my Emapel, and I am not using Emapel right now. Only for the reason of wanting to test other things. I just ran out of enough time and face for using everything. So I've not repurchased that, and I'm going to hold off on that for a little while. What I have been using at night in place of that, because that has retinol in it, is the GFS from Photozyme. Now, this is a really, really interesting product, you guys. I've been using this for a little while now. It has a texture that is a lot like the It's a lot like the Truth treatments in the little pots, the 1% and the 5%, the retinol. It's a lot like that. If you look at it, it almost is like a gel ointment, okay? Now, what's special about this is that it has ceramides, it has peptides, it has that proprietary retinol in there that is helpful with the delivery system of the retinol so that it can actually get in and do what it's supposed to do. It does have a form of just encapsulated retinol also, and then of course it has those DNA repair enzymes. It really is one of those products that I was sleeping on. I had it and I hadn't tried it yet, and then when I opened it up because I was ready to try a new retinol and I started really investigating it, I was able to talk to the formulator of this on the phone, which was pretty exciting. I picked his brain about it and he explained to me about the different forms of retinol, and the one that is in here that is proprietary, that is even more efficacious than traditionally encapsulated retinol. I was really kind of sold on this. Now, I want to tell you that because it's in that kind of ointment form, I actually put this on towards the end of my routine at night. So I'm cleansing my skin, I'm double cleansing my skin, and I am using something I'm going to share with you. And then I typically use this after a moisturizer. Okay, because it's that ointment kind of feeling, and I really feel like it's kind of an occlusive, and so that's just how I'm using it. That is my order of operations with this one. So it's not going on first, okay? So that's how I'm doing that. Now, the other thing that I've been testing, and it's a favorite because I've been using it and I've really been enjoying it, but I'm still learning a lot about it, and I'm still going to do a lot more investigating, and then of course I'm going to bring you dedicated content, but it is the OneSkin. Okay guys, I gotta tell you, I actually bought this a long time ago. I bought it, I subscribed, and I started getting subscriptions. I used it and I was kind of like, I don't really understand it. I didn't do my typical go down the rabbit hole thing, and I set it aside. Well, I started investigating it after I saw it being discussed in my private Facebook group. I just finally went down the rabbit hole of this product that I have sitting in a cupboard, right? And lo and behold, the science is mind-blowing to me. I mean, it really is mind-blowing. So be on the lookout for content about OneSkin, but just know that I've been using it in my PM routine. I've been really, really enjoying it. It is a lotion form, and basically the idea, you guys, is that it helps to clear senescent cells. So I'm not gonna get too far into it, but basically it's supposed to be really encouraging your skin to behave like healthy younger skin. And in turn, the theory is that that healthy skin may help you be systemically more healthy. It's a big, big, big subject, you guys, with a lot of science behind it. And I gotta tell you, I'm straight down the rabbit hole, but I have been really, really enjoying this product. And I just wanted you to know that I've been using it. So when you see content about it in a month or two, you will know that I've been testing it for a really long time and I've been enjoying it quite a bit. This is a sleeper product, in my opinion. It's one of those things that's like, whoa, it just hasn't made it out there enough yet, or people don't understand it enough yet. But once everyone does, I think everyone's going to be really interested in this one. So that's just to put it on your radar and let you know I'm testing it out. Okay, so that is about what I've been using at night. Oh, one other thing I've been using at night, lip masks. I have 2 lip masks that I've been testing out. I've actually been doing a ton of makeup shopping. I've just kind of reignited my passion for makeup, and I've been doing these Foundation Fridays, and I'm doing some makeup videos, and it's just for fun. It's just to reintroduce a lot more fun into my YouTube channel and into my life. When I first started YouTube, I did a lot of makeup and I really loved it. And I don't know, the pandemic kind of took that away because we wore masks and all that stuff. Masks are coming off and I'm back into lips big time, which I will share with you tons and tons of fun lip combos, lip products, lip liners, lipsticks, lip glosses, all of that stuff in my makeup favorites video. But I've been using a lot of lip masks because I've been testing so many lipsticks. And this one from Strivectin is very, very good. It actually reminds me a tiny bit of the one from Laneige, the lip sleeping mask from Laneige, only I feel like this one is a little bit more nourishing to the lips. The Laneige, I think, kind of helps your lips do their own repair. This one actually feels like it hydrates and then it occludes, so you're getting a little bit more of a treatment. Plus, it's helping to nourish your lips and kind of aid them in healing themselves. It's a really beautiful product. It is simple like this. And I've not only put this one on at night, you guys, and wear it to bed, but I also will use it like before I'm putting, you know, like as I'm doing my skincare, and then I will wipe it off before I put on lip products just to kind of hydrate and, you know, prep my lips. I did recently get this one from COSRX. It's called Lip Sleep, and it says Ceramide Lip Butter Sleeping Mask. This is another one that I got recently, and I've really enjoyed this one too. This one is quite a bit more slippy. So it's a little bit more like, you can almost tell that there's an oil in it, but it actually feels really, really nourishing as well. It's just thinner than the Strivectin. I definitely prefer the Strivectin, but this one is really nice too. Okay, so moving into masks, I only have one, and that is from Fervor. This mask is so great, you guys. If you picked this up from my video where I covered Fervor and all of the stuff at Target, etc., let me know in the comments. I love this little mask. It is so good. And I say little because it is definitely little, but it is actually a really great mask. Now, this is my second tube, and definitely the downfall of this product is that it is tiny. It's really tiny, and the packaging is relatively deceptive. The box looks a lot bigger than the little tube, you know, so there are some things about it that I do not like, but the actual product really does do a great job. This is giving my Elemis mask a run for the money as far as favorite masks. I absolutely still love that mask. That will be an all-time favorite mask, but this one does this really interesting like instant tightening. And then when you rinse your skin, not only does your skin feel brightened and kind of exfoliated, but it also feels a little toned. Now, I doubt that that is anything long-term, but in the moment, it's a really great mask as far as, you know, you want to look good for that day or whatever, you know, that kind of instant gratification kind of thing. This little mask does that. So that is the fermented enzyme acid mask. So you're getting that exfoliation, you're getting that tone, texture, tightening, all of that good stuff in this little drugstore mask. Now, this is another one that is, I don't know, 19 bucks or something like that, and it's pretty tiny. You get 4 or 5 masks out of this if you really do your whole face and neck. And so it is not huge. So even though, yes, you are buying it at Target, it is definitely not drugstore prices. Also, wanted to let you know that I think it's Unilever. It's either Unilever or Procter & Gamble actually owns Fervor. So it's kind of an interesting situation where it looks like it's this little indie brand on the shelves of Target, but it's really owned by a great big company. So, you know, that's kind of an interesting little observation, if you ask me. So that is my favorite mask for the last few months. Now, when we talk about sunscreen, I have one that I've talked about to you guys, I don't know, many, many times before, and that is the Sun Project Shimmer Sun Essence. So this one, you guys, is an SPF of 30. This is a sunscreen that I will wear anytime I'm wearing a foundation or makeup that I feel might be a little bit more matte. Also, this is one when I just need a pick-me-up. My skin feels like it needs a little extra radiance, a little vibrance, a little boost, because this one actually is it leaves behind a little bit of an iridescence, a little bit of a glow, a little radiance, and it's just really, really beautiful under makeup. I hope you can even see that, you guys. I have loved this one for a few years, and like 3 or 4 years, a long time. I've talked about this on YouTube many, many times, and I feel like this time of year is usually when I start pulling these out again. I pull it out usually like February because it's like the low of the whole year as far as the weather. You're tired of the winter. You're ready for, you know, just you're ready to glow again. That is what this one does for me. Now, it is an SPF of 30, And I definitely think that it is one of those that is not, you know, a beach day kind of SPF, but it is perfect for if you're running errands or you're in and out of your house or you're just gonna have some incidental sun exposure. This one to me is really great. It does have a fragrance. It's extremely mild and pleasant, but it is in there so that you know. But if you've ever tried Thank You Farmer, gorgeous brand, you guys, just a beautiful brand. And I definitely, this is a longtime favorite and I pulled it out again and I'm loving it. The other sunscreens that I've been using a ton are Color-Science. Now these are not new on the market or anything like that, but what I wanted to highlight to you, no pun intended here, is the Glow version. Now the Glow version is so great because you can actually mix this one in with any of your other sunscreens. So like you can mix the Flex, this is the Flex in medium, and then the Glow, you can mix them together. And not only does it kind of lighten up the medium just a skosh, but it gives it a little bit of luminosity. So sometimes I will mix this guy in because it's that same concept, it has that glow, but sometimes I will use the Color-Science because it's an SPF of 50. And so I feel pretty good about mixing that together, certainly mixing Color-Science together. But you guys, the Glow in the Color-Science is so pretty. You can mix it with a variety of sunscreens. It's a little bit more of a neutral glow, like a neutral bordering on gold. I mean, it's not gold, it is neutral, but compared to the Thank You Farmer, which has kind of a pinkier undertone. So it sort of depends on the kind of glow that you want. If you want to go for that more neutral, golden, you know, sun-kissed glow, then the Color-Science Glow is definitely the way to go. If you need a little bit of that kind of pink, and not in the pink like flushed, more of in that vibrant, soft, radiant pink, then the Thank You Farmer is the way to go as far as luminosity in sunscreens. So those have been my favorite ways to really fake out hydrated, juicy, vibrant skin when in the middle of the winter, that is not really how my skin looks. So those have been favorites for sure. Self-tanner. Okay, I was on the hunt for new self-tanner. I actually had to go through my stash and just toss a bunch of stuff. I had self-tanner that I have just kept around that I didn't make it all the way through, probably for 3 years. And I was like, okay, I'm pretty sure those are expired. So I went looking for a new self-tanner. Now I picked up an old favorite and that is from Clarins. This is the Liquid Bronze Self-Tanning. This is actually a self-tanning milk, you guys. And I find this one to be beautiful on my face and on my neck. And sometimes I'll put it on my décolleté, but it doesn't super dry out my skin like some self-tanners can do. It does not have a guide, so it doesn't have any color in it. And it just gives you this nice, soft, sun-kissed glow over time. It's very, very doable. It is not in your face. It never turns me orange. It is never streaky. It is hydrating enough that it just gives you this beautiful, believable glow. That is the Clarins Liquid Bronze Self-Tanning. Guys, Clarins was probably my first high-end self-tanner ever. Like when I was, 20 years old, it was the brand. They really do a wonderful self-tanner, and this one is my favorite of them, and it's mostly my face and neck area. For the body though, I was in Nordstrom and I picked up this mousse from the brand Dolce Glow, and I can't see who this is by. It says Dolce Glow by Isabel Alyssa. And this one is self-tanning mousse in Lusso, which is in medium dark. Now, I only saw the medium dark, and that's what I usually will pick up anyway, because I'm medium enough that medium dark works for me, and usually light or light medium just doesn't do enough for me. So this is a self-tanning mousse. I use it with a mitt that I already owned, and you guys, it is such a beautiful, believable brown color that is not orange, and I didn't notice a massive smell. Actually, I didn't notice a smell at all, but I wasn't looking for a smell. I actually don't think that I assessed properly. Next time I use this, I will definitely kind of sniff and test it out, and I'll put in the description box if I come back and I'm like, oh yeah, there's a little bit of a smell, but I didn't notice it at all, you guys. And usually with self tanner, you will notice that DHA smell if it's really prominent, and I just didn't notice it. What I did notice was this beautiful development of a nice brown color, and it's a big size, you guys. This is 6 fluid ounces. This will definitely last me through the summer. This will be my self tanner. I did also pick it up in the mist, but I haven't tried this one yet. I'm actually pretty excited to try this one. The problem with mist though is you have to find the right environment so that you don't coat your bathroom in self tanner. So I just haven't tried this one yet, but I love a mist for really easy application. You can spray it on and then use the mitt to spread it around so that you don't have any streaks. It's actually a really, really great way to do a self tanner. Usually what I will do is I'll get in the shower and I will do it that way, but I haven't yet. But I'm really excited, and I will definitely report back about the mist. The other thing that I did pick up from the brand that I haven't tried yet, but I just want to tell you about it, is the Glow Body Instant Sheen. And I'm kind of excited to use this one for the summer. So basically you use this over, I'm going to show you guys just a little bit. You use it over your self tan. See how it's like it almost reminds me of the Scott Barnes Body Bling. That's what that looks like, you guys. So once you have your tan, you can use this. It does have a tiny bit of a fragrance. It's a little bit of a floral fragrance, so just know that. It's light. It's a very light fragrance, but there definitely is a little bit of a floral fragrance, but it's actually really, really pretty. I know you probably can't tell, but do you see how much more tan that looks? And that's just from using this sheen. So this is something that I will definitely use once the warmer weather rolls around, especially when, you know, you're wearing like shirts that show your décolleté or your shoulders. I think that collarbones and shoulders look really pretty with a little bit of a sheen, and it kind of looks like a really nice topper over self tanner. Again, I will report back when I actually use it, but I already know that it's something that I'm really gonna like. But you got to know that there is a fragrance. Definitely need to know that there's a fragrance. Okay, speaking of fragrance, and I think it's the last thing on this favorites list, is a body cream. This is by OUAI. I think it's OUAI. This is the Melrose Place body cream. Now, I actually have the fragrance Melrose Place that I picked up at Sephora on a whim. I don't even really know. I was looking at the hair care and I ended up picking up the fragrance. And let me tell you, if you are someone who was teenager to 20s in the 90s, then you may have worn at one point Tommy Girl, the original good old Tommy Girl. This fragrance sort of is... it's like a nod to Tommy Girl, in my opinion. I don't think they meant to do that, but I smell something that immediately was nostalgic to Tommy Girl. And I don't know that I could actually wear Tommy Girl now. I don't know that my 48-year-old self would like Tommy Girl that my 21-year-old self, 20-year-old self loved. I don't know, but I do know that this fragrance is an ode to that, in my opinion, or it has like hints of that, and I love it. It is like nostalgia in a body cream and in a fragrance. It makes me happy. My husband loves it. He's like, ooh, that smells good. Of course, he's my age too, so it's probably, without him realizing it, it's probably nostalgic to him too, but it's just a really gorgeous scent. And I encourage you, if you were somebody who liked that Tommy Girl fragrance, next time you're at Sephora, go over to the hair care section and grab one of these and just smell it. Let me know if you smell that too. I'm not saying it's a dupe for sure for Tommy Girl. It just reminds me of that. And it is a happy fragrance. It is just a spring and summer happy fragrance. Okay, you guys, those are all of my skincare favorites, basically for the end of December, January, February, and into March. Next time I do a skincare favorites will probably be about June, and so I will be testing and trying out all kinds of new stuff along the way to share with you then. Be on the lookout for my makeup favorites that will be coming out in the next week. I have so much fun stuff to share with you guys. I do hope that you are having a wonderful week, and I'll talk to you in my next skincare video. Take care.